6 teams emerged from 23 teams, and being given a challenge to launch a new business within 7 days, I thought that was incredible.
We had about 4 weeks, and we were tasked with putting together obstacle challenges for the Saturdays.
It became intense with, different people wanting to quit, some people not participating, but trying to still keep a unified group to participate and deliver a finished product.
Where do you find the ability to be able to work together under stress better than when you are stressed?
We're creating this opportunity for young people, and when you think of the fact that they're the future or they're the present of the country, I can't think of any better investment than to invest in young people.
There's a lot that can be done to make improvements, but programs like the Young Innovators Bootcamp fosters creativity, collaboration, and partnership amongst young entrepreneurs.
We had about 12 mentors, some in New Providence, some in Grand Bahama, Abaco, some internationally who are Bahamians.
You're going to find the challenges. They're going to be tough, but you can overcome them, and especially when you have a team, you're going to be better for it.
Being able to develop a product that reaches into the hearts and souls of your target markets, as well as endears itself onto international markets, is no common feat. It requires a lot of research and it requires heart. Part of business development is knowing what your value proposition is and how that affects the people that you are trying to reach. What is it that they want? How does your business stand out from the rest? What makes you unique? And of course, why are people going to purchase it? These are questions that we ask ourselves, or we are asked every single day. And it is what gives you the competitive advantage over somebody that is seen to be either just as good, almost as good, or even better, or cheaper, or higher priced. But are they worth what you are worth in terms of your product and service? These are very interesting questions that you have to ask, or that you are asked as a business owner. And now we are going to welcome to our stage, virtually, our team that has members from Long Island and Crooked Island. What I would like to know is, how did the team with Kaylisa from Crooked Island and Keith from Long Island end up with such an apt name as we bounce from one island to another? Team Explorer.
I'm sure we can all remember a time when Grammy gave us bush medicine and we hardly got sick. Well, we at Explorers Tingham in the Bush Teas have harnessed the hidden treasure of bush medicine and crafted refreshing and healthy bush teas. Come on down to taste some of the teas we offer and purchase your own. This Thursday, 9 a.m. at MGS Convenience Store. Tingham in the bush, Tingham in the bush, Tingham in the bush, she ain't got no name.
I hardly got sick, but I never knew the name of the bush. Most persons, I'm sure, can relate to this. And this is what birthed the company name and brand, Explorers Tingham in the Bush Teas. This brings us to our mission, to enlighten our Bahamian community and the world about the value of bush medicine through various approaches.
Now let's talk legal structure. Our company will be operating as a limited liability company, each of our 10 shareholders holding 10% of the business, allowing equal share.
Our product line will have a vast variety of tea leaves. Each box will contain 12 bags. Teas will be packaged based on their nutritional value, such as the Cancer Killer, which would be our soursop leaf teas.
Our target market will be local tourists, eco-tourists, and health-conscious consumers, with key selling parts of an organic and locally sourced product.
So how will we get to those target customers, you may ask? The product will be made in Long Island, and consumers can purchase the product online or in person. Products will be shipped via mailboat or Bahamians Air to our representatives on each island, and they will be delivered to a customer's home.
Now, our export potential. Detailed market analysis reveals particular enthusiasm in Bahamian wellness culture in key regions such as North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. This is a vast export potential for our company.
Research shows that tea is a widely consumed beverage around the world. The tea market reached $23.2 billion in 2022 and is expected to reach $31.6 billion by 2028.
Awesome research, Kaylisa. When taking a second look at our corrected 3 competitors in the Bahamas, Tingham in the Bush offers better product quality and a diverse distribution channel.
We will use local celebrities such as Sawyer Boy TV or Das Gray in our advertisement.
Annual revenue target. Year 1 is $48,000. We'll establish a local presence, initiate workshops, and by year 3, penetrate our outer island markets and enhance educational services for a revenue of $53,856. Our strategic partners that we'll collaborate with is Elton McKinney, a local Crooked Island farmer, Passion Tea and Coffee Company in Nassau, and Andy's Raw Honey in Long Island.
We would have to sell 2,500 bags to have a break even, which is at least 10 bags sold per day in year 1, 4,896 in year 2, and 5,385 in year 3.
In partnership with 5 local retailers, including hotels.
So our intellectual property will be trademark, patent, copyright, and disclosure agreement.
Environmental impact. We'll be collaborating with organizations such as BAMSI to make our business more eco-friendly. Our social impact objectives would be to support farmers and to expand our presence through SBDC's e-commerce platform.
Let's talk numbers. Tingham in the Bush Teas will hire an accountant and financial advisor to ensure that income, balance sheets, and cash flows are accurate. We will use the funds allocated as follows: product development, $5,000, professional services, $3,000, marketing and sales, $5,000, distribution and logistics, $4,000, operational expenses / contingency funds, $7,000, strategic partnership and export initiatives, $1,000.
So here we are, inviting you to join us on this adventure.
They are Keith from Long Island and Kaylisa from Crooked Island, doing a great job despite some of the technical challenges that come with technology. And we have all been there. And so now we would like to give the judges a moment to ask some questions. So we're hoping that you all are on the ball and connected, and it's so great to have you here in studio with us.
Looking at your SWOT analysis and your strengths, you speak of a dedicated following. Where is that following? Is that in Long Island, Crooked Island, Nassau?
Well, I think the following for Bush medicine is nationally, because everyone has a story of their grandparents providing them with Bush medicine for their ailments. So we find that similarity with everyone in their past.
And whilst we certainly do support the expansion of economic activity in our other islands, we know that logistics in terms of being able to move product from Long Island to your key markets, which will obviously be New Providence, Grand Bahama, and international. The costs, when we talk about stability and actual infrastructure, so whether that be electricity, water, and the other components, is Long Island, when you look at the actual source of the production, is that the most ideal location when you factor in the costs and the logistic challenges that may be presented?
At this point right now, Long Island is the most ideal. Long Island has a lot of potential. So when we thought about this tea company, we thought about releasing it on 3 different phases. So our first phase would be Long Island, Crooked Island, Zoma. Our second phase would be more of like a national thing. And then our third phase, and while we're on these phases, we're also going to be testing them through trial and error.
Need to risk, and how can you guarantee supply?
So
Yeah, so collectively in Crooked Island, yes, that would be our main supplier for one of our farms, but we'll also be sourcing out different farmers that are located on the island. For instance, our raw honey that we'll be putting in the containers as a complimentary service, that's also sourced locally on the island. Hey, Lisa, would you like to?
yeah, so I just want to add, so it's not that we're using one farmer in Crooked Island. The goal is to use all of our local farmers. So I have an uncle, Elton McKinney, whose farm we use for some of the product. He grows a lot of what we want to put in our product already, such as paper grass, the moringa trees. And so we want to use his farm as well as farmers in Bahamians farm and farmers in Explomer's farm. We want to have a partnership with all local farmers.
What kind of quality control measures do you have in place to make sure that your teas have a consistent flavor one month to the next, quarter to the next, year to the next?
That's a great question. Well, with bush medicine, I don't think the flavor really varies. Once that goes through that food hydrator and that dries out, we have a consistent quality level that we can offer to each of our clients.
Thank you.
So what's your shelf life of your teas?
Our shelf life is about 2 years when we did our research. Tea bags are usually good from 7 months to 2 years, and because if you keep it stored in a cool container, in a place that doesn't have too much light, then the shelf life is. Well, we see the route that's going on in the world from when we look at like our health, just like we just came out of a pandemic, you know? And we have something that we offer as one of our tea blends, which is the oat flower but purple. I got to keep remembering that. And when we look at what's going on in current events, we can see that there's a need for something that's more holistic, more of a holistic approach.
Are all of your raw products organic?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
You may want to consider including that on your branding.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
We are just going to ask you one or two questions, seeing that you are in Long Island and in Crooked Island, respectively. As part of the SBDC Young Innovators Bootcamp, would you say that you've learned some invaluable skills that you can use as you develop businesses going forward?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
Okay, Lisa, would you like to go first?
Yeah, so being a small business owner, basically I would start my business like startup compared to the rest. I mean, I've learned a lot when it comes to just the day-to-day running of the business, the accounting aspect. And this bootcamp has really been an eye-opener. And it's also allowed us to collaborate some. I mean, like we have a lot of talented individuals in the Bahamas, and just these challenges, it like really challenge us to really put our best foot forward in such little time, and we have some creative persons.
Especially when you're pressed for time, your creativity pops out of everywhere. So.
To our audience in studio, please give them a round of applause. And now we are ready for the fifth team in this Young Innovators Initiative pitch competition, the ultimate challenge. And I am so tempted to do it. You can see it. It's I can't do the dance. I'm sorry. I don't remember how the dance starts. I only know that we are in for a treat. Is it a Junkanoo version of the electric slide? I'm not sure, but I think one needs to be developed. And as the entire team is in studio setting up their table, we want you to know that this is one of the teams that managed to do an impromptu pop-up called Junkanoo and Sip, which brought a very, very unique kind of creative feel or spin to the paint and sip phenomenon that is a staple of parties today. And so the props are out, the team is here, there is a charcuterie board, so we know it's about to be a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to welcome to the stage none other than Woogie Woogie Woogie, Team Electric.
Sip and Junkanoo brings fun for the entire family. Craft your unique miniature Junkanoo piece together. Purchase your Sip and Junkanoo piece today.
Imagine, dream, create, Junkanoo.
Imagine the packaged experience of Junkanoo at your fingertips, no matter your geographical location. That's what we have created with Sip and Junkanoo. With multiple owners in our company, we've opted to operate as a limited company. Having already trademarked our products, we're currently attempting to attain a patent license from the Registrar General's office in the Bahamas. The key personnel behind Sip and Junkanoo is comprised of persons with over 20 years of experience in various industries. Sip and Junkanoo is a unique craft box that allows you to create your own miniature Junkanoo piece at your leisure. With locally sourced materials and varying additions and items, you have the Junkanoo experience anytime you want. Who is Sip and Junkanoo for, you may ask? Everyone. And we mean everyone. From the local Bahamian to Bahamians abroad, as well as tourists that come to our shores yearly.
And how do you get Sip and Junkanoo? Well, you can order through our online store and we deliver to you. But yes, we thought about our family island and international customers through the avenues such as the mailboat, the post office, and shipping freight forwarders. We can reach those clients.
With over 8 million tourists having visited the Bahamas in 2023 alone, there's a growing market demand for cultural experiences and Bahamian products, and Sip and Junkanoo fits exactly into that market niche. While we have no direct competitors, our indirect competitors are Junkanoo museums as well as Sip and Paint classes. However, Sip and Junkanoo combines the unique experience of an authentic Bahamian product, a cultural experience, as well as added educational value. The overall marketing approach for Sip and Junkanoo is inclusive of, but not limited to, digital marketing, pay-per-click advertising, social media engagement, as well as influencer endorsements. Let's talk numbers, Candisha.
Sure, why not? Our first year, we target to produce 2,150 units, which will give us a break-even cost of about $10.20. How do we sell these units? Well, through strategic partnerships with our local vendors, tourism boards, and Bahamian embassies. We've already established relationships with embassies as far east as Brussels and as far north as Canada.
The thing about being Bahamian is we love being Bahamian, and that is our greatest strength of Sip and Junkanoo. While we do acknowledge limited market reach regarding education on Junkanoo and tourists, we plan to combat that with an opportunity to incorporate education in our brand awareness and marketing strategies. We do anticipate mass production from competitors. However, we are determined and committed to sustain our Bahamian authenticity. Having already conducted our market feasibility study, we anticipate a capital injection from the SBDC with product development and launch, local market penetration, global market expansion, revenue targets, as well as product line expansions within the first 2 years of operation. The environmental impact of Sip and Junkanoo is minimal, with recycled cardboard at the core of our product and biodegradable and recyclable boxes as our packaging. We ensure a low carbon footprint with Sip and Junkanoo. The social impact of Sip and Junkanoo transcends generations. During our second year of operation, we intend to implement quarterly workshops in classical and art-based schools to offer Sip and Junkanoo classes. More numbers, Kandisha.
Of course, my favorite topic. In year 1, we get a sales of 72,250. We anticipate an increase in year 2 of 30% and in year 3 of 20%. If granted 25,000, we would target 3 main categories with marketing and sales, operational expenses, and product development.
Sip and Junkanoo is more than a product. It embodies Bahamian culture and is a celebration and commitment to take Junkanoo to the global market.
Imagine, dream, create.
Junkanoo.
Sorry, just a question, and apologies if you said it. I know that this is your product, but do you also kind of have a hosting element where you actually can engage if persons wanted you to actually directly engage with them, like at special events?
Yeah, so what we do plan on offering is Sip and Junkanoo parties as an event you can reserve with us, and we can create the number of pieces that you need. We also plan on offering custom pieces if it's your birthday and you would like a special number, or if you would like a special design piece, we plan on offering that as well as a part of the event package.
And like you rightly said, a lot of complaints have been around experiences. Have you considered partnering with destination management companies that book groups in advance, and you could actually have lead time to kind of grow your profitability margin?
Yeah, so while that's not seen within this, because this is a 3-year projection, after where you see product line expansion, we do plan on expanding to offer destination management services, custom pieces, and limited edition series pieces that they can have tourists book an excursion and come specifically for a Sip and Junkanoo experience.
We also plan to partnership with our cruise lines as well. And
yes,
offer that.
So we also do plan on within the next 5 years offering custom Disney Cruise Line pieces after that relationship is established. So possibly having a Mickey Mouse piece that they can purchase wholesale and have persons receive on the boat once they've booked a Bahamian cruise.
Are you affiliated with any local Junkanoo groups?
We actually are not. We believe all Junkanoo groups are amazing, and we just want to
You must be in charge of marketing.
But
That's the marketing person right there. I nominate you for that.
It is good to be associated individually with the actual Junkanoo Corporation, which is the management group. So you may want to consider the actual corporation.
So I actually appreciate that. That's not something that we would have thought of, but we can take that into consideration and maybe have a partnership where they can come in and make pieces, and we could have like a Saxon series and a Valley Boys series and get all the groups out there.
Right. That's not competing there when you go to the corporation.
Can I clarify?
Who in the morning series too.
Can I clarify the actual product? So looking in the box, this one as an example, as a Gombe Punch soda, so probably more for the child and the adult. So is the sip, so using the sip and paint, it's centered around the wine, which is the, if you will, the drinking and the camaraderie, and then the painting, which has the instructional video, etc. So what I'm unclear on is your box And when you say that your actual cost is somewhere in 23 and the sales is 35, is that with Mother Pratt and a box, or is that what are the items? Pardon my facetiousness. What are the items being included in the box as it relates to what is being delivered and what is going to be paid for?
So we can answer that question twofold, one from a marketing perspective and one from a financial perspective. So I'm going to take the marketing first, and then I'm going to allow Candisha to respond to the financial aspect. What you see there included in the Sip and Junkanoo box, I believe they would have shown a commercial with a little girl on there, and we wanted to ensure that we, like I said, Sip and Junkanoo is for everyone. We don't necessarily want to create a box that limits our market and promotes alcoholic beverages, but we do plan in the next few years to have that incorporated. We also did not obtain a liquor license, so we're not allowed to sell that. We're not allowed to sell alcohol as yet, but we did feel as though the Junkanoo aspect was a little quirky, and it added to the whole Sip and Junkanoo experience, and it allows us to reach a broader audience so that children as well as adults can experience the box. But this is an avenue that we do plan on taking, and we just wanted to set the scene because you're also not limited to what's in the box for your sip aspect. You can also purchase your wine and whatever else you need at home, and this could be you guys right here, and yeah. Our team has been absolutely amazing. The cohesion that we've experienced, I honestly feel is unmatched. Each of us ensured that we got in on the ground floor. We all worked to craft out all of these pieces. Believe it or not, we crafted over 100 pieces for sale in less than 2 days. Right? And they were final ready to sell. And everyone sacrificed. We got the job done. It was amazing. Our mentor, Dr. Leo Rule, was absolutely phenomenal. Like phenomenal. This would have not been anything without him. He ensured that we had everything that we needed. He kept us on track. It was an amazing experience.
Fantastic. And so with the partnerships that you've been able to make with what I'm sure is some other really amazing entrepreneurs within your group, do you see this as a product or service that you would want to offer? Okay.
Definitely ready actually.
Yeah. I've stated multiple times, I was like, anyway, if you guys don't want your shares, I'm going to buy you out. That's completely fine, you know. But this is definitely something that we were looking into. It's a passion project for one of our members, and it was incredible to see it come to fruition for him. And yeah, we definitely want to move forward with it.
Thank you so much, Team Electric. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them another round of applause.
Thank you.